What's up, guys? Welcome to week number 6 of training with Goggins Force and Steve Goggins. Had another really solid week of training here. This is the heavier of the bi-weekly kind of rotation that I've been doing. What you'll see here is I ended up working up to 465 today on squats. You're seeing here, I believe one of my warm-up sets at 385. This is the final warm-up set at 425. And everything's feeling really good. The bar is moving well. I feel like all of the upper back work that I've been doing is making weights feel really light on my back because I'm bringing them out of the rack, which is also helping with confidence. But I'm actually moving some weight pretty quickly here, which is really nice. And this was actually the first training session where I had no symptoms of the hamstring tendinopathy at all throughout any of the sets. No wobble legs, no kind of funky shifting, no feeling like I need to slow the bar coming out of the hole. I was actually able to drive into the bar pretty aggressively and took a top triple here with 465. As you can see, as I hit a first set of just one, just to kind of get a feel for the weight, and then felt that I would be capable of hitting a triple. So I've not really taken anything over doubles, not for lack of strength, more for I get the symptoms of that tendinopathy on anything over the second rep. So that was a win on a couple different levels. Weight moved really well, should be ready to take whatever progression comes next, and I think at some point I may start trying a little bit of raw squatting, maybe just during the warm-ups or something like that, just to see kind of where everything is at. I may need to do a closer stance and use an Olympic shoe, maybe go more similar to a high bar squat or something, just to kind of minimize the amount of stress that I'm placing on the hamstrings during the squat. But I may be getting to a point where I can start incorporating that back in. So for now, having the squat day happen in the briefs and deadlifting raw has been a winning combination, and everything's feeling pretty good. I ended up doing my prehab and rehab work with the boomstick and some other tempering, so I was not having terrible tendonitis this week on the light bench day, which was nice. Knocked out a 5x5 at 225 again, and then a couple of accessory movements like pull aparts, and that only took about a half an hour. So that brings us to the deadlift day for this week. Again, warm-ups are feeling nice and smooth. Bars moving great, not having any of those symptoms of that tendinopathy on the deadlifts either. So got warm-up sets here at 405 and 455. And then for my main work sets this day, I took 2 triples at 515. And the bar moved pretty good on both of those sets. I, for some reason, was not quite getting my upper back locked in as well on the first rep as I have been for all of the weeks before this. I think maybe my lats might have been a little tight or something, but it was causing me to jerk the bar on the first rep rather than easing it off of the floor really smoothly and initiating the pull with the legs. So you can see while I'm in still a pretty good position as I'm starting, I do manage to just kind of yank that first half inch, which is a habit I had up until this point broken. So I just got to be a little bit more conscious of that as I'm pulling over the next couple of weeks, just to make sure that I don't revert back into trying to jerk off the bar off the floor, of course. Follow these with rack pulls. Took sets at 515, 555, 600, and a top set of 625 for 3. These are still moving really well. I think because I had trained the high rack position a lot last year, these aren't feeling super challenging, but what I am feeling is I am pretty thoroughly activating the glutes all the way through the lockout. So I actually did have a little bit of soreness in through the butt region, scientifically speaking, after having hit these rack pulls. So that is good. Still no hamstring issues on these, and the top set of 625 for a triple moved really well. Held it nice and long up at the top just to get some work in. So decided to rotate back in some chin-ups since I've been doing pull-down variations for the last month or so. Try and see where my fat ass is when it comes to doing any actual bodyweight pull-ups. I got to 15 in my head, and I think it was actually only 12 reps by the time I went back and looked at the video, which proves that I still cannot count worth a damn. but it was nice to still be able to bang out some reps here. My sets went something like 12, 8, and then 3, which is pretty sad just because I haven't trained pull-ups in a while, and I'm also about 20 pounds heavier. So I'm going to keep these in rotation, get up to where I'm doing sets of 20 again, and then probably rotate the movement out from there. So bench is still going really well. We jumped the weight up to 345 this week, and I was able to smash out 3 sets of 6 at 345. All of them feeling relatively smooth and easy. Still feeling like I could hit at least another 4 reps. I'm pretty sure I'm at a place right now where I could hit 350 for a set of 10, which is pretty crazy considering just my sordid history with benching. But these all moved really well. Shoulders are holding up just fine. And I think my bench is actually still hanging in there, even though I've dropped the frequency down by 2/3. So, or I guess 1/3, since the other day was pretty light. But followed these up with some feet up 2 board presses with the bench blocks. Again, this is replacing a floor press just because the way dog pound is set up, there's just not room to accommodate me doing a floor press while somebody else is squatting and deadlifting is all happening back there. So I tried to make it as similar to a floor press as possible by not using any leg drive, and then also getting a nice long pause there. So and I took a narrower grip. But on the floor presses, or the board presses, worked those at 295, set of 3 at 315, and then 2 top end triples at 325, all of which moved well and felt pretty easy. So after this, just hit some work for shoulders, some triceps, and some rotator cuff work and pull apart. So that's it. Just another productive week of training. Body's holding up, and I'm recovering well and getting stronger week to week. So that is it. If you have any questions, or if you want to check out the gym, train with us, check out savagegym.com. Otherwise, you can always find me on Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes on Snapchat under @Jeron Kerridge. That's it. Have a good week, and I will talk to you next time.